your $150 weeklies. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, playing for Dead Pixels, and sadly, one of the only Koreans left on Dead Pixels now. It's Patience.
Oh, in the top right, as the Red Terran, it's Reality. Well,
You know what we need to order for you? I'm 100% serious about this.
not a Snuggie.
What?
Not a Snuggie.
No, but like, you know those onesies, like Cranks the
Nope.
duck one?
Also not that.
No, shush, listen. We need to get you a bear one. That way when people start like talking about the stupid microphone.
But it's not a bear nose.
That's what everyone always says.
It's like the one guy said that, and we were like, a bear. Like, what bear's nose like?
Yeah, the rocket logo. You could be the rocket mascot. No, wait, no, response by Corsair. Never mind, I take it back, guys.
I mean, I appreciate it, but yeah, it's really annoying because I attempted to put it down just a little bit, lower, and then most people were like, "You're breathing into your mic."
Yo,
so
we
I'm like,
should
you know
do.
what? Choose a complaint.
Stick with it. Get consistent, guys. We should just put the camera on a really low angle, looking up. Then it will look. At least it won't look like it's in front of your face, in front of your nose. Again, for those who don't know, these are headsets that we bought specifically for casting live events. These are what we were supposed to have used in Hell's Boot Time. We ended up having to use something else for that. It's a whole other can of worms. But we don't have pop filters. The little, the fuzzy bits at the end of the microphones, guys. We don't have that. So unfortunately, if Zambria puts that too close to her mouth, it'll start making about sounds every time she talks, and it's very terrible to listen to.
Why doesn't it do it to him? I don't know. Our heads are shaped differently.
It doesn't. Mine's just angled different. Like yours is here. You know what? I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
That's probably gonna be more fine like that.
Great.
Cool. Let's hope it is.
Why didn't you do that last time?
I don't know. It feels weird, like reaching over, poking
You
her
do.
in the face.
This is exactly what he did in the first cast. He was like, "I'm sorry, I gotta do this," and then he pushes it up.
Well, because in my ear you were just popping like nuts, man. You were like magnitude, pop, pop.
As opposed to changing the angle of the mic.
Look, these are things that for me, I'm just like, why didn't she fucking figure this out on her own? If she didn't do it, because this is something that seems really
I don't
obvious.
touch these headsets in case I mess something up.
Right. So that's the thing. For me, it's like this is something that's really obvious. So if you've chosen not to do it, I feel like it's on purpose, and not because you didn't know. I'm giving you too much credit, basically. What's happening?
Are you trying to make that into a compliment? Because it's not a compliment.
No, I'm just. That's literally what happened. Like I give you too much credit. It's definitely not a compliment, but it's not an insult.
I think it is an insult.
Okay, you know what? You're stupid. There we go. Let's move on. The depth doesn't actually die. Hmm?
If I touch them, things will go wrong. And he'll yell, and he'll be like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "Nothing." I don't know why all of your tabs minimized.
Oh my god, I can't. Things are breaking
Why
on
would
me
I
today,
touch
guys.
your keyboard?
It's delicate for a lot of very weird, different reasons. Anyways, heavy racks opening out of Reality. I like this in terms of being prepared for anything along the lines of early pushes, if you got a lot of adepts at your doorstep, or if you got the Oracle coming to your base, but that's not the case for Patience. I do think, though, that this is also a bit of a response to having dealt with so many Blink Stalkers last game. I imagine he was expecting something. Again, like I'm not saying it was Blink Stalkers this game, but I think he was expecting something this game. And we are going to have something that's going to be Adepts, it's going to be a Warp Prism, it's going to be Resonating Glaive, so they attack a little bit faster than normal. Now for Patience, this is kind of an economic way to play an aggressive attack, because, you take your third behind it. You start probing like crazy, you get Chrono Boost going, wonderful. And if Reality's not prepared, if for whatever reason he's playing a little bit greedy, you obliterate a mineral line. But he is going to be prepared for this.
Yeah, it's nice that Patience has, different builds, of course, but this is also might just be a build out of, well, knowing that he didn't go for a one-base Widowmine drop, so you can do things a little differently. But Reality should not be taking too much damage from this initial Warp Prism. If it dies, you kind of want to build another one because 200 minerals, you have a third base anyways. If it lives, obviously they know it's still alive and won't be, moving out too soon, as they'll be too scared to. This is a very effective tool, and it's actually not going to be Adept, it's going to be Sentries, a little interesting.
Yeah.
Just force field in the SCVs, I suppose, kind of old school, but...
Or the ramp, I guess? I'm not sure.
I don't think the ramp.
Well, my concern is that if he does force... If his plan is, okay, I'll trap all the SCVs in the mineral line and kill them, the problem is there's still a lot of ways for them to mineral walk outside of those force fields, but more so that there's just not enough damage with Sentries.
I mean, this was a tactic.
This timing is sick.
This was a tactic in Heart of the Swarm that never really netted that many SCV kills, but they tried anyways. So there's actually 0, I think. These are pulled pretty quickly. And without that damage being done, without pulling the Terran back, Patience is in a lot of trouble. I mean, his third base has not really paid for itself yet. Another minute and a half, and it has, and you have a much bigger army, so this is actually quite scary.
There should have been 3 pylons in a row sitting in the front of this, not around the nexus.
Combat Shield is not done, and it's all Marines, so that kind of sucks from reality.
Yeah, I mean, Combat Shield finishes now, and that hurt a little bit, but he didn't bleed out too much for it. Keep in mind, I mean, there's still... Nobody's really super effective against anything in this situation. You've got Stalkers, which aren't great against Marines. You got Marines, which aren't great against Stalkers, but just generally are good units. Looks like he picked off an Observer, but he still gets scouted by the Pylon. Other side of the map, ooh! Picks up to move out with the Medevacs. The Adepts go straight to that mineral line. This was good, though. This kept a lot of reality back at home, but is it worth the cost of patience? Right now, his army supplies aren't suffering too badly, but... Oh, his probe cannon will.
Oh dear.
Oh.
So that's not quite a mineral line kill there, but nice damage considering that he's still taking damage back at home. It's actually, it might get a little scary. Well, no, he's still killing Stalkers.
But trading out.
It's just sentries, and I guess the ACVs were pulled, so dealing damage is kind of like a quote right there. They're tickling the command center. More probes go down to the third base, and now at this point, definitely reality has done more damage, especially getting that mothership core.
But yeah, actually, I think a couple of Widowmines actually will win the game.
Yeah, just the, you know, I think it's enough Marines.
The SCVs get pulled into this too, no less.
Okay, if all of this army was fighting together, he does overwhelm the Marine count and then overwhelms production too. And probably has a decent chance of winning this game despite losing probes.
They've both lost so much though.
Yeah, the Adepts did take out a lot of SCVs.
Oh, force fields, please!
This is a good chunk of Patience's army going down here potentially. Of course, we're going to save those sentries. Oh, maybe not.
Keep getting Adepts to move through force fields because reasons.
Just Protoss somehow, somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, no! Nope, that's not going to work. He does get some of the Adepts out alive, but I mean, they're both on a similar worker count. I think the difference is, though, that Reality's on 2 bases, whereas Patience is on 3. So recovery is going to be a little bit more easy for Patience. I like his position. I don't think it's great, but I like it. We'll see if he can actually do anything with it. This push coming down the middle of the map is going to be ferocious and scary, and there's no AoE. So there's no Storm, no Colossus, no Disruptor. There's nothing that can really deal with this Bioswell very easily.
Yeah. Just more and more harassment and keeping the Terran back would really be what Patience has to do.
I'm surprised he still doesn't have a pylon in the back of his mineral line. I mean, he's been dropped here twice. There's been that sort of back and forth natural main, natural main.
Yeah. The village core is only recreated just now, so it's oh, I got a new sub. Thank you, AkiB.
AkiB!
Medevac does go down in the back, but his armies all tend to spread out, and then there's a bigger army for reality. A little bit weak on that second stand.
The Immortals got the shields, which are nice, but it's just not enough damage through this. They soak the hits for days. Looks like these Adepts warping are going to hit by the Widowmine, but do some damage before going down. The Immortal is going to get picked off, but Patience is held here. And I kind of think holding, again, might be all he needs to do if he can keep it up. I actually don't love that he's getting aggressive with this. I don't think he needs to. In fact, he's going to drop at the main and be like, wait, where's your base, bro? Where's
the Terran way is truly good.
Oh, God.
Well, he's going to go to the natural, of course. There's not a lot of production, to be honest. There's a Widowmine. That's a very clever Widowmine stuck in there. It's going to get the Warp Prism.
Okay, that was actually a really sick hit.
I don't even think he remembered he put that there. I don't think it was supposed to be sneaky.
No. Problem is, back at home, though, this is, again, those 4 Adepts may have been the difference of holding versus breaking. I don't know. The Widowmines are just going to be so problematic to keep trying to deal with.
Yeah. And that Mothership Core is low energy. I mean, obviously, from overcharge, not as much as it used to be, but still, like, it's not going to pop up all 4 of those pylons every single time.
Oh. We have a sad result to report, too. Beyond has officially withdrawn from the tournament. Chosen to forfeit as he couldn't find a PC bang to go to, I guess. So that kind of sucks.
Well, I guess reality is now our Terran hope.
Yeah.
Did Alive ever show up?
No, I have no idea. No updates on that at all. You'll have to check with Olimoleague. But Widowmines are being slowly picked apart. This is good for Patience. He starts driving his back. He decides to blink forward. Gets really aggressive with this. Not a lot of units to stop him, though. Medevac's picking up on the can to boost away. I don't know about Patience pushing out like this, though. He is starting to overextend quite a bit. The Adepts can take some hits. They can deal a little bit of damage, but there's just not a lot of them. Going to pick off both the Observers by the look of it. Yep. I like this Dark Shrine. I like this Dark Shrine a lot. One of the big things Patience knows when he got to that main was he scout there wasn't a third CC. He knew that he lifted it over. So this means Reality only has at maximum 2 command centers worth of scans at any given time. In fact, the observer sitting over the natural base reveals this as well. So this Dark Shrine might be the most clever damn thing he could go for. Where's it building though? He's hiding it kind of here towards that third. Income advantage, by the way, Patience all the way. Again, this is right around when the sort of base trade, quote-unquote, started happening, and he's just been riding it out since.
Yeah. That doesn't say that Reality is, like, too bad. He does have that fresh base, even only on 38 SCVs, and his army is still decent. You get a couple of drops, and you do pretty well, and then you start going, well, exactly like this. Things start going back in your favor, but this drop does have to do damage, and it's actually getting cleaned up. Backs go down, and really did not clean up too much. So that is actually a big hit to Reality's supply, where Patience is really starting to do great supply with his economy. A couple free adepts, I suppose. The DTs should be on their way soon.
Yeah, I mean, he's still with adepts. He might warp with some DTs afterwards. I think 1 or 2 defensively would give away the fact that it was going to be DTs, so I'm sure the temptation to warp them in is there, but he just knows he can't quite afford to do it. The Adept do completely distract here in the third base as he heads over to the natural. A decent mineral count here, I guess, because Patience did deny mining for so long early on. Once again, I really want to see those DTs come out. Scan on the army, unfortunately not a lot to reveal. 2 medevacs worth of units going to head towards that third, but SCVs are going to go. Where did the Adepts transfer? Oh, to the main. Ha! No base over here, sucker.
The more that Reality keeps Patience, or reverse that, the more that Patience keeps Reality on his side of the field and his base, basically the better chance Patience has of winning this game. 2 medevac drops, going to try and get to that third base, but the DTs actually being warped in offensively for Archons. That's interesting, but they also be warped in defensively to help clean this up.
He's going to lose the Dark Shrine, but Mothership Core didn't get a single overcharge up.
That's a little awkward, and killing the Dark Shrine is such a relief for Terran players, but the Archons are already formed in.
It is like base trade mode, and with only 2 Liberators to hold on to this, I don't know that they can stop. I mean, they're going to take out the Archons. That's really cool to see, but the Archons were made, I think, specifically to soak hits, deal some damage, and Patience has gotten control of its opponent's base, but at the same time, so has Reality. Patience warped some Stalkers into the main, maybe some fancy work will keep them alive for a little bit, but losing that Dark Shrine, if he could have had 1 DT at home, there's no skins. One command center's in the air, and the other's got no energy.
Yeah, that would have been the key. Losing the Militia Corps is also another key. A couple of pylons really could have just decreased that army. Oh, a couple of Wood Mines aren't actually being detected here, and this could be very good for Reality, who I thought was going to be, well, just SOL basically, but the Wood Mines stealing defensively is pretty good. There's a
Mothership Core comes back. The Stalkers had bulked up. I love that he didn't sacrifice these in too early. Medevacs do go down, and I think that's going to be a tie game. With this being what it is, Reality's going to lose what little SCVs he has remaining. There we go. Good game. Taps out. And Patience. He's going to tie up the series 1-1.
Okay,
Good
so
stuff.
what do we want for